In the realm of advanced biophysics, there is a concept known as the information bottleneck theory. It suggests that the primary function of the brain is not to gain information, but to discard it. If our brains processed every photon, every vibration, our biological processors would melt under the thermal load of sheer data. This is the hidden architecture of your existence. You are living in a curated, simplified version of reality designed for survival, not for truth. But what happens when we learn to bypass the filter? To understand this, we must look at the intersection of microtubules within our neurons and the potential for quantum computation. Some theorists suggest that consciousness itself arises from quantum vibrations in these microtubules, a process called orchestrated objective reduction. If this is true, your thoughts are not just chemical accidents. They are ripples in the fabric of space-time. When we talk about the discovery, we are talking about the realization that human intent can influence the probability field of these quantum vibrations. This moves us away from being victims of our genetics and into the role of biological engineers. We have been told that our DNA is a fixed blueprint, but the field of epigenetics has shattered that myth. Your environment, your thoughts, and your conscious awareness act as the architects who decide which genes are turned on and which are silenced. You are carrying a library of untapped potential in every cell, waiting for the right chemical signal, the right thought to be unlocked. The implications for human performance and psychological liberation are staggering. Consider the central governor model in sports science, which posits that physical exhaustion is not a mechanical failure, but a psychological safeguard. Your brain makes you feel tired to prevent you from reaching a state of true physiological danger. However, elite performers have learned to negotiate with this governor. They understand that the feeling of the end is actually just the 40% mark. This same principle applies to your cognitive and emotional limits. When you feel you can no longer learn, no longer forgive, or no longer innovate, it is simply your mental governor trying to conserve glucose. The discovery is that this governor is not an absolute authority. It is a suggestion. By leaning into the discomfort of the stretch zone, you trigger the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. This protein acts like fertilizer for new neural connections. You are essentially hacking your own biological evolution. This process is often messy and feels like a crisis because, in complex systems, order always arises from chaos. To reach a higher state of cognitive function, your current mental models must first undergo a period of entropy. This is why the most profound growth often follows the most difficult periods of life. You aren't just surviving a challenge. You are undergoing a phase transition. Let's look at the global workspace theory of consciousness. It suggests that our mind is like a theater where only one actor can be in the spotlight. Most of our lives are lived in the backstage, the subconscious, where automated programs run our breathing, our biases, and our fears. The discovery that was kept from the public eye is the specific methodology of how to bring the backstage into the spotlight. By utilizing techniques such as neurofeedback and deep states of focused contemplation, we can begin to reprogram the subconscious scripts. Imagine the power of a human being who has aligned their subconscious drives with their conscious goals. This is the supercoherent state. In this state, the heart and brain operate in rhythmic harmony, creating a powerful electromagnetic field that can be measured several feet away. This is not mysticism. This is measurable biophysics. We are oscillators in a universe of frequencies. When you change your internal frequency, you change the way you interface with the external world. You begin to tune in to opportunities, patterns, and insights that were always there but were invisible to your previous state of being. Furthermore, we must address the observer effect in a more granular way. If the act of measurement changes the state of a particle, and your brain is a collection of particles, then your self-observation is a constant act of self-creation. The tragedy of the modern condition is that most people use their observation to reinforce their limitations. They observe their past failures and project them into the future, effectively locking their neural pathways into a cycle of repetition. But the science of neuroplasticity tells us that as long as we are alive, we have the spark. We have the ability to fire and wire new circuits. This is why philosophy and science must remain united. Science gives us the how, but philosophy gives us the why. Without a why, the how is just data. But with a why, the how becomes a weapon for transformation. You are a biological manifestation of the universe trying to understand itself. Every time you push past a self-imposed limit, every time you choose curiosity over fear, you are contributing to the evolution of the collective consciousness. The secret that was never meant to be public is that the elite levels of human capability, the genius of Einstein, the focus of a Zen master, the resilience of a Stoic are built into the standard human hardware. There is no special version of the human brain. There are only different levels of optimization. We have been conditioned to look for external solutions to internal challenges, but the most powerful technology on the planet is currently sitting between your ears. The discovery is that you are the programmer, the hardware, and the user all at once. As we transition into an era where artificial intelligence will handle the routine and the mundane, the only thing that will matter is the quality of human consciousness. Our ability to imagine, to connect, and to transcend our biological programming will be our greatest asset. This is not just a call to think better. It is a call to be more. It is an invitation to step out of survival mode and into thrival mode, where we use our understanding of the brain to craft a reality that reflects our highest aspirations. The journey of MindSpark Science is to bridge this gap, to take the complex, the hidden, and the suppressed and turn it into a roadmap for your personal evolution. You are not a static entity. You are a flowing process. You are an event in space-time. And just as a river can carve through a mountain over time, your focused intention can carve through the most stubborn habits and beliefs. The wow moment is now. It is the realization that the power to change is not something you need to acquire. It is something you need to stop blocking. You are already equipped with everything you need to navigate the quantum landscape of your life. The governor is just a ghost in the machine. It's time to take the wheel. If this deep, unedited dive into the mechanics of your potential has resonated with you, let it be the catalyst for your next great leap. We are here to provide the sparks, but you are the fire. The discovery that was never meant to be public is ultimately this: you are far more powerful than you have been led to believe, and your brain is the most sophisticated laboratory in the known universe. Everything you see, touch, and experience is filtered through this 3-pound organ. And when you change the filter, you change the universe. Don't let this knowledge sit idle. Use it. Experiment with your focus. Challenge your mental governor, and watch as the world around you begins to reorganize itself to match your new internal state. This is the promise of science and the hope of philosophy. If you've made it this far, you are clearly someone who seeks the truth beneath the surface. Help us grow this community of thinkers. Smash that like button to signal to the algorithm that deep intellectual content matters. Comment below with the word limitless if you're ready to override your biological governor. Share this video with someone who needs to know that their brokenness is actually a breakthrough in disguise. And most importantly, subscribe to MindSpark Science and hit the notification bell. We have so much more to uncover, from the secrets of the dreaming mind to the quantum nature of time itself. Your journey into the depths of the mind has only just begun. Stay sharp, stay curious, and keep sparking. See you in the next one.